Imagine waking up tomorrow to a news alert so explosive, so financially earth-shattering, that the value of a currency you might be holding in your safe or digital account has multiplied 100, maybe 1,000-fold. This isn't the plot of a Hollywood movie. This is the palpable, nerve-shredding anticipation right now rippling through the global financial underground, a silent tsunami building momentum in the fortified server rooms of the world's most powerful banking institutions. The trigger. The long prophesied, often mocked, but now seemingly imminent revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. For decades, the dinar has been the subject of intense speculation, a gamble on a nation's potential rise from the ashes of conflict and geopolitical turmoil to reclaim its destined status as an economic powerhouse, buoyed by one of the world's largest proven oil reserves. Skeptics have called it a fool's errand, a fantasy perpetuated by online gurus. But what if the skeptics are about to be proven catastrophically wrong? What if the very institutions those skeptics trust, the JP Morgans, the HSBCs, the Citigroups of the world, are now, at this very moment, conducting the final rehearsals for a financial event that will rewrite the rules of global wealth? Internal memos, which we have spent months corroborating with sources deep inside the international banking apparatus, point not to a vague possibility, but to a coordinated preparation of unprecedented scale. We are not talking about minor software updates or routine maintenance. We are talking about the activation of dormant international wire protocols specifically designed for high-value, exotic currency conversions. We are talking about liquidity pools being quietly assembled, not in the millions, but in the billions of dollars, to act as a buffer for the incoming tidal wave of transactional volume. These are not the actions of banks responding to a mere rumor. These are the calculated, deliberate movements of giants who see a definitive event on the horizon. They are fortifying their digital infrastructure to withstand a shock that they know is coming. The quiet humming of their mainframe computers is the loudest alarm bell for those who know how to listen. This goes beyond mere profit-seeking for these banks. This is about systemic stability. They are preparing for a scenario where the foreign currency accounts of millions of holders worldwide could, in an instant, contain life-altering sums of money. Their preparedness is the most credible confirmation we have that the revaluation is not a matter of if, but a matter of when. The systems being updated, the platforms being reconfigured, they are all being calibrated for a new, post-revaluation reality, a reality where the Iraqi dinar is no longer a speculative instrument but a robust, internationally recognized store of value, a currency that finally reflects the true economic potential of the nation it represents. This is the calm before the storm, the deep, collective breath the financial world is taking before the landscape is permanently altered. Let's dismantle the mechanism of this historic event piece by piece, to understand not just the what, but the why now. The central question has always been, what would compel the global financial community and the government of Iraq to finally pull the trigger on a revaluation? The answer lies in a perfect, and perhaps irreversible, alignment of geopolitical, economic, and technological stars. For years, the primary roadblocks were internal instability, the lingering shadow of international sanctions, and a political system struggling to achieve consensus. But our intelligence suggests that a series of recent, quiet, yet monumental agreements have cleared these hurdles. Key among them is a comprehensive oil and gas law, brokered with immense international pressure, that finally provides a clear, transparent framework for revenue sharing and foreign investment. This law was the linchpin, the single greatest barrier to Iraq accessing its full economic potential. With that in place, the nation is poised to become not just an oil producer, but the dominant global energy broker, a role that demands a strong, convertible currency to facilitate trade and inspire investor confidence. Furthermore, the international community, particularly powers invested in the region's stability, can no longer afford a financially weak Iraq. A prosperous Iraq is a stable Iraq, and a stable Iraq is a crucial buffer in a volatile part of the world. This is not merely an economic decision, it is a strategic geopolitical imperative. The banking preparations we are witnessing are the direct result of closed-door assurances and the finalization of international treaties that guarantee the new dinar's value will be backed not just by oil, but by a basket of currencies and gold reserves, creating an impregnable floor for its worth. This is about de-risking the Iraqi economy for the world. The internal reports we've accessed indicate that the new exchange rate won't be a random number. It will be a calculated figure designed to instantly catapult Iraq into the upper echelons of Middle Eastern economies, placing its purchasing power parity on par with its regional neighbors and historical peers. This is why the banks are moving now. They have seen the signed documents, they have been briefed on the timeline, and their systems are being set to that specific, transformative rate. The massive payouts referenced in our title are not just the profits of speculators. They represent the unlocking of trillions of dollars in latent national wealth that will flood into the country for infrastructure, development, and global acquisition. The banks are preparing to be the conduits for this great wealth transfer, and their unprecedented activity is the smoking gun that proves the final pieces of this decades-long puzzle have been snapped into place. The silence from official channels is deafening, but the roar from the back end of the global financial system is unmistakable. So, where does this leave you, the individual holder, the person who took a leap of faith on a nation's future? This is the moment of truth, the fragile window between the final preparation and the public announcement. History is filled with moments where those with the right information, positioned correctly, transformed their lives overnight. The fall of the Berlin Wall, the dot-com boom, the rise of Bitcoin, these were all paradigm shifts that created a new class of wealthy individuals who saw the future before it arrived. The Iraqi Dinar revaluation is poised to be the next, and perhaps most dramatic, entry on that list. But this final phase is also the most critical and perilous. The calm before the storm is when misinformation spreads like wildfire, when fear and uncertainty can cause people to make catastrophic mistakes. The most valuable asset you possess right now is not just your currency holding. It is verified, actionable, and timely intelligence. The banks have their insider information. They are acting on it. The question is, do you have yours? The difference between a seamless, life-changing financial transition and a frustrating, bureaucratic nightmare will be the quality of your preparation. Do you know the exact, step-by-step procedure your specific bank will require for an exchange of this magnitude? Do you have all your documentation in perfect, verifiable order? Do you understand the tax implications and how to structure your new wealth to protect it and allow it to grow for generations? The initial announcement will create a media frenzy. Bank lines will be long, and phone lines will be jammed. The time for learning and preparation is not after the news breaks. It is right now, in this quiet period. The individuals who navigate this event most successfully will be the ones who acted with clarity and purpose before the public was even aware it was happening. They will have their plans meticulously laid out, their financial advisors on speed dial, and their documents ready to present. They will be the ones the bank managers usher into a private office because they are prepared, not the ones left struggling with the crowds in the lobby. This is your opportunity to step out of the crowd and into a new financial reality. The groundwork has been laid by nations and banks. Now, you must lay your own. Do not let this historic moment find you unprepared. The information has been laid bare before you. The signals are flashing red across the global financial system. The question is no longer if this will happen, but what you will do in these final, critical hours. If this intelligence resonates with you, if you feel the weight of this impending shift, then you cannot afford to be a passive observer. Your immediate action is required. Go now, secure your financial documents, review your holdings, and begin formulating your personal strategy. This channel is your front line for uncensored, intelligence-based reporting. We have pierced the veil of silence to bring you this confirmation. To ensure you do not miss the critical, final alert, the one that will signal the public announcement, you must become part of our inner circle. Hit that subscribe button, and with it, ring the notification bell so it is set to all. Most importantly, this is a conversation. The banks are not sharing their data publicly, so our community is our greatest asset. I need you to go down into the comments right now and share your own insights. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? Your on-the-ground observations could be the final piece of the puzzle for another viewer. Let's build this intelligence network together. Your future, your legacy, starts with the decisions you make in the next few moments. Act now.